Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's third video. We're doing JMA Friday for today's third video. So as always on a Friday, we're having a look at the weather for the month ahead with Japanese and CFS, the two models. And I shall get on with that for you in a moment. Just say that the first video released today was our 7 AM upload, 7 AM forecast. And we also released the ECMWF 42-day, 6 weeks forecast as well. Now, that's a bit of a shocker. That's going for like a very hot anticyclonic July. And carrying on into August as well. All of a sudden, unexpectedly, the ECM has really thrown one out there today. So do check that out. We'll see in a moment whether the JMA and the CFS are agreeing with that sort of extended outlook in terms of potentially quite a hot July. So we'll have a look in a second. Just to say that later on, I'm going to have your 10 to 14 day that will include all of the regular features as well. Please like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. Okay, so let's put the webcam off, and we'll have a look at the JMA 500 millibar height anomalies from the North Pole view down, first of all. So, of course, this is the North Pole of the Arctic just here. This is a wider Arctic circle there, and then we've got the mid-latitudes around here. So yellow, orange and red are extrapolating to above average heights, which is high pressure. Blue extrapolates to below average heights, which is low pressure. These are broken down into weekly periods. The first week period can take from 25th of June to the 2nd of July. The coming week will have above average heights in the North Atlantic and extending into the UK and Western Europe as well. Low pressure is to the south through here, and we've got low pressure up around Greenland, Iceland. Jet stream generally push northwards, and we should be bringing in a warm, maybe even quite hot, sort of easterly type flow with that. So high pressure domination to start us off. Week 2 looks like this. It's going to be the 2nd through to the 9th of July with above average heights in the Atlantic extending into Western and Northern Europe as well. Below average heights around Greenland, Iceland. Jet stream push northwards as well. So once again, anticyclonic signal there as we go through the first full week of July. Remember, that will be the 2nd to the 9th of July. And then weeks 3 and 4 will be the 9th through to 23rd of July, still with those above average heights reaching in from the Atlantic into the UK and on into Northern Europe as well. Possibly some lower pressure around here and maybe a little bit more influence from jet stream across the northern half of the country. However, overall, that does look, I mean, it's a 2-week anomaly. So for like weeks 3 and 4, that is quite a strong signal for high pressure to be dominating. So is the JMA shifting here to what the ECMWF was showing earlier on in terms of this potentially anticyclonic, dry and warm or even hot July? Let's have a look at the 500 millibar height anomaly from the equatorial and mid-latitude view. So this is it just here, back to week 1. It's going to be the 25th of June to the 2nd of July. British Isles in top right hand corner chart as you're looking at it, by the way. So again, reminder of that week 1 500 millibar height anomaly with the high pressure ridging in from the Atlantic and extends up to Northern Europe as well. You can't see Greenland, Iceland, Scandinavia, the Arctic, all those areas are off the map up here, but we know that the high pressure extends northwards in the week ahead to much of Northern Europe. So the temperature anomaly for the weekend looks like this. So a little bit on the warmer than average side, not overly hot actually, but a little bit on the warmer than average side, and more particularly so for northern areas, interestingly. And rather dry as well. It's a bit wetter than average just to our south due to that area of low pressure. It's a bit stuck over France, but overall most places have a dry week in the week ahead. Week 2 is going to be the 2nd to the 9th of July. And again, we have the above average heights, high pressure ridging into Western and Northern Europe from off the Atlantic Ocean. Temperature anomalies are warmer than average for England and Wales in particular, but most places are above average, around 1 to 2 degrees above average. So not excessively hot, but definitely above average, a warm week, and also so much high pressure dominating, it is a dry week as well, being predicted here by the JMA for the 2nd to the 9th of July. And then weeks 3 and 4 will be the 9th through to 23rd of July, with, again, above average heights extending in from off the Atlantic into Western and also Northern Europe as well. So the temperature anomaly is warmer than average for England and Wales, perhaps going a little bit cooler Scotland and Ireland. Notice most parts of Europe are coming out with a very warm temperature anomaly there for the weeks 3 and 4 period through the middle part of July. And the precipitation anomaly is dry than average too, so a dry and warm, potentially quite hot signal at times for July with JMA Friday, or with the JMA anyway, this week. Let's see what the CFS is doing. So again, these are 500 millibar heights, and they're broken down into weekly periods, and the first week period will take from the 24th of June to the 30th. So the coming week has the above average heights, the high pressure over slightly to the west of the country, low pressure is up towards Greenland, and the jet stream going to be doing something a little bit like that. So you would expect a lot of dry weather in the week ahead, to be honest. A lot of dry weather. Most of the settled weather will be with the trough low pressure over France that will be threatening some showery rain into the far south of the country. Week 2 is going to be the 1st to the 7th of July, with high pressure right in over top of the country. July, the first week is going to be dry and very warm, possibly even quite hot if that comes off with high pressure all the way. Look at this. Week 3 is going to be the 8th through to the 14th of July, again with above average heights pretty much over and slightly to the east of the country. Winds are in off the continent from an east-southeasterly direction. That should be dry and hot in that week 3 period as well. And that's week 4, which is going to be the 15th to the 21st of July. Again, above average heights over and to the east of the country. Winds will still be coming in from an east to southeasterly direction. Could be some lower pressure up here, maybe a little bit more influence from the jet stream just coming to the far north of the country. But overall, it's high pressure all the way with the CFS as well. So that implies, again, ongoing signal for dry, very warm, potentially quite hot conditions during July. Temperature anomalies with CFS V2 for week 1, going to be the 24th to the 30th of June. A little bit cooler than average in the weekend. We start off on a relatively cool note, but look at this. Week 2, 1st to the 7th of July, we go significantly warmer than average. In fact, quite hot in that week. But the anomaly is like going to 2 degrees above average, I think, with those deeper red colours there. So that's going to be lifting the temperature up, quite a lot in the first week of July. Week 3 also looking significantly hotter than average. This will be 8th to the 14th of July in those dark red colours again. So at least 1 to 2 degrees above average. A hot week again in the second week of July. And weeks 4, I should say, 15th to the 21st of July. Still warmer now, it's not as warm, but still above average in those orange colours then, so going up to around a degree above average. So around the middle of July, the heat begins to ease back a little bit, but it is still significantly above average. It's a very warm July being forecast, therefore, from the CFS today. We saw it with the ECM extended as well. The JMA is pretty much in line too. So yeah, I'll be shaping up unexpectedly for a hot July. This is how the precipitation anomaly is looking for week 1, 24 to the 30th of July. Dry than average to our north and west, a little bit wetter than average just to our south. You can see it better if we come over here. Week 2, though, we've dry than average. This is the 1st to the 7th of July, significantly drier than average. Week 3 is going to be 8th to the 14th of July. Now a little bit wetter than average for England and Wales. That's almost certainly down to the model predicting thunderstorms, I would have thought, as we're bringing in those hot east to southeasterly winds. And no particular signal then in week 4, which is the 15th to the 21st of July. It all gets rather sketchy with precipitation, at weeks 3 and 4. Range. Anyway, never mind about that. What an interesting update from JMA Friday this week. It's pretty much in line with what we saw in the second video from the ECM WF. So at the moment, I mean, we've had so much uncertainty, but today, somehow or other, it looks like all of these long-range models, anyway, the season models, the JMA, the ECM, and CFS, it looks like they're all sort of pretty much in line with one another, surprisingly, and certainly implying the chance of a very warm to possibly hot and dry first half of July. Anyway, I mean, bear in mind, we don't get fully through July this week, but certainly like up to the middle of July. Anyway, the first half of the month definitely being indicated here to be significantly warmer and drier than average. So is a hot July around the corner? Any forecast beyond 5 to 7 days is fraught with danger, comes with health warnings, but maybe, surprisingly, unexpectedly, we're gonna pull off a classic hot July here. We shall see. Time will tell. We're going to be doing a 10 to 14 day for you in an hour or so's time. With that one, we're going to be looking to see whether there is any signs of this hot July, within the shorter range model output, because this is all starting in the first week of July. If these models are right, then the first week of July is when the blocking high gets going. So you'd expect that to be, signaled within the shorter range model output. So we'll be looking for it. All we can do is look for it within the shorter range and see what the shorter range models have to say, at a higher resolution. So we'll find out a little bit later on. But certainly some very interesting long-range data today. Right, so we'll be back later on with your 10 to 14 day, but it's going to include all the regular features. As I say, going to be live streaming tonight after 10 o'clock, so I'll see you then. But for JMA Friday for this week, what an update again. That's all for now, and thanks for watching.